Hello, Krisha and Sue. I'm going to show you what I would do to tape ears. Peggy said if ears now are folding forward, not backwards, we probably need to tape for, 1-2 weeks. I recall doing this on Maddie maybe 1 week. Of course, I've had a ton of experience at taping ears on boxers, so this is kind of the same premise, but you can go a whole lot less whole hog with the Boston, just because we don't have the long show crop ear that we do with a boxer. So Maddie's probably not the best person to be sitting up here doing this because she hasn't had this done in a long time. But anyway, it'll work. First thing you need to get is at Home Depot or Lowe's a thing in the department called, it's usually right around screening, windows, weather stripping, etc. And it's called backer rod. And it's a foam, it's gray, it comes in coils like this, and it's usually costs about $4 or $5 or something like that. I would get the 1/2 inch size for the Boston. It's really stiff, and yet it's very lightweight and easy for them to have in their ears. So once you have that, you take it out and you cut it, okay, in relatively about the length of the ear, okay? So measure the ear and you cut it off. I tend to take the ends and one end and kind of wedge it. Take the scissors and just make a little point or a wedge with it, okay? That'll go down into the ear. It'll help go down into the ear. Once you have that, you also need 1/2 inch sports athletic tape. Now I buy this by the case for boxers. I love Johnson Zonas tape. Hard to find in your average Walmart, kind of area. You might find in a Walgreens or a CVS some athletic tape, and that's probably going to come the closest to buying this stuff. But usually this stuff only comes like sport athletic tapes, and they buy it by the case. But if you can find Zonas, that would be great. Johnson or Curity, Kendall by Curity, I think is another brand. I like the 1 inch, easiest to use. It's cloth on the outside, very sticky on the other side. Okay, what you're first going to do to the rod is what we call back tape it. Okay, and so I just kind of fold it, the sticky side against it, and then I fold back. And then you're just going to roll on down the post till you get to the end and you have just a little bit there. You rip it off and you just kind of fold that in on itself. That becomes the post, okay? So I have one already made here. You take the post, and then also get ready with a couple strips. I just tear off roughly 3-inch strips. I'm doing this on the counter here, so I'm sticking these to the, about 3-inch strips will probably, 3-4-inch strips will get around the Boston. So that pointed end that you made, the little wedge end, you want to put down in the ear, and open up the ear as much as you possibly can and get that down as far as you can. That's the key. If that gets down far in there, otherwise they shake it out. So get it far down in there. May not be the most comfortable thing for them. So then you take your tape, the pieces, little pieces that you have, and you have this fold of the ear. So you want that fold going back towards their head, and I take that, I fold that back, and you're not going to go so tight that you cut off circulation, but get a little bit of a wrap around it, and then seal it. And like I said, you don't want it so tight that you're cutting off the ear circulation, but you do want it tight enough that all is going to stay in. And then you just continue, and you always go towards in the head and around to the outside of the head. So you wrap towards the inside of your head, the dog's head, and come back around. And in actuality on a Boston, I wouldn't necessarily do much more with the tops. Boxers we do, but we have much more ear. So pretty much if you do that, and that should be it. Now they're going to get down, they're going to shake it, they're going to scratch it. If you need to, along the way, and they seem to be loosening it, come back around at the bottom here and wrap it again. Okay, so just take it and wrap it again. And maybe just a tad tighter. Okay, so you know, that's how I do these ears. I leave them up in a boxer. I leave them up about 5 days. You know, if they could keep them in that long, that would be great. If not, you know, as much as you can. Then to take them off, I think, you know, what I do is I get a nice little pair of like nail scissors, okay? I'm going to get a nice pair of nail scissors, small. These happen to have a little rounded tip on them. And I come and I just slightly cut it, and I can rip it off, okay? So I'm going to slightly cut here, and I'm cutting all in the side that has the opening of the ear and the what do I want to say? The backer rod, sorry. The backer rod side, and then I just slowly peel this off, okay? They're not going to be happy, so, you know, this is just what it is. Oops, sorry, I got the wrong side of those scissors. I've got that peeled back a little bit. And of course, after a day or so of this will not be as tight as I just did it. The adhesive is sticking quite nice on this. But anyway, you get the idea. You would cut up the inside here all along that, and you just peel it back, and it'll come off. So if you got any questions, let me know. But that's how you tape ears. Thanks. Bye.